Sup guys, it's Wombat, and today we're going to be doing a review of this Gigant Gaia quarter fusion. This is the prize Beyblade from Random Booster 5, and all of its parts have been released a few more times, but this is still the original colors. It's kind of hard to get, but not really. So, the energy layer, the layer is Gigant Gaia. It's marketed as a balance type, like I said in the video, but it's actually got some really strong defense, nice, strong teeth, good round shape. It's got these like blocky protrusions that are actually like decent at burst attack as well. It can burst things like Death Scythe or probably Guardian Kirbyus. And attack types, like especially not so much with the newer ones. I guess Legend Spriggan self bursts against it, but like a lot of the lighter attackers will just self burst against this thing, which makes it my favorite comp. Nuts.
Got him! Got him!
All right, we're back. My favorite combo with this is definitely Gigant Gaia, Gravity Unite. It's KO defense, even on like the gravity, even with like the gravity disc and Unite as the driver. It like doesn't, it hardly ever bursts. It shuts down pretty much all pre-Legend Spriggan attackers. It's a beast. It's a hard counter to any attack type, pretty much. And it's still kind of viable against Legend Spriggan, probably less so against like Sea Excalibur, Twin Nemesis, Nightmare Longinus. Probably outclassed for KO defense, I guess, in terms of usability by Alter Chronos, because Chronos has more stamina and about the same amount of probably a little less KO defense and burst defense. Gigant Gaia is also kind of light compared to Alter Chronos. And Christ Satan is probably around the same level as Gigant Gaia defensively, but I just think this layer looks better. The disc is a quarter, and it's called that because 1/4 of the disc, it's kind of hard to see here in this light, but as you can see there's like a little extra weight in this 1/4 here, and that makes it like inherently off balance. You can also see like the kind of design here, it doesn't really affect it, but this is just to mark where the extra weight is. It's inherently unbalanced. Hasn't really found any use, despite it was marketed as the heaviest disc at the time because it was heavier than heavy in gravity, and it got, I think, immediately outweighed by the God discs within 2 months or so. So I don't know, it hasn't seen that much use compared to some of the other discs, just because it is so unbalanced, and that gives it bad stamina. And I guess any attack power that would have been obtained by the imbalance is not really very useful, because having a well-balanced combo is a lot more beneficial than having like the increased attack of being off balance in pretty much any case. Look at things like duo attack mode versus duo stamina mode, or like those fake filled-in basalts you could have got back in the day were so much better than the non-filled-in ones just because they had much better stamina. If there's anything, I know at least in my case, quarter fits really tightly in all my Hasbro combos. So things like Voltirec quarter variable are pretty good for me. I don't have like any other viable Hasbro stuff yet, so that's it for quarter for now. And finally, Fusion is the driver. This is actually not the fusion that came with Gigant Gaia. It's more of like a brownish black. But I ended up selling that one because I think it was my heaviest fusion, and I already had 3 of them, so I didn't really need 4 fusions. Anyways, it's actually not bad. It's just not good enough to be competitive, because Unlike, I guess, Flat Spike from MFB, this is actually capable of stalling, even though it's kind of slow. They actually made a Unicorn Ring Fusion staller back in the day. Death Scyther Fusion is okay. It'll actually outspin, I think, Excel and Zephyr combos on a staller, even though it's a little slower. But and it's actually got some not bad burst defense as well, just because the only thing making contact with the ground most of the time is that little point. But yeah, its stamina just isn't as good to keep up with things like even survive or defense back in the day, so it never saw much use compared to them. It's like a really weird driver though. Like I would expect it to do okay in some situations. This is like super vague, but fusion's not like awful. It's passable. That's all. So overall, I have this upside down, I think. Gigant Gaia is a really cool looking Beyblade, I think. I might be kind of biased though. Probably one of my favorite dual layers. I wouldn't say it's worth getting though, unless you really want the random booster prize, anime accurate colors. I would get the blue Gigant Gaia from, I think, the random layer collection. I think there's another one coming out soon in random booster 8 or 9. I want to say 9. That's like white or green. I could be totally making that up, but I know there's one other release that's not that blue one. I guess the blue one's also anime accurate too, but it's whatever. Not really worth a purchase unless you really want to be like a defense specialist. But either way, it's kind of a cool Beyblade to own. So I think next up is Jail Your Command, and I'll be reviewing that next, so I'll see you then.